Hey there, everybody. I am Debbie Crowley from ExpressivelyDeb.com and welcome. So, we have the December 2024 customer card kit ready to go. The kits are all out in the mail along with your catalogs, the celebration brochure, and the spring mini catalog. So, most of you should be receiving them in the next couple of days and enjoy. Let's get to the cards. I think we'll probably go with the thank you card first. Okay, so I started for this card. I used the Marbled Elegance Designer Series paper. That is in the Stampin' Up's online store. You can get that by going to my website, expressivelydeb.com, and click on shop and scroll down and you'll see online exclusives, and you'll see there's a beautiful suite that goes along with this. But the paper is gorgeous. It has a lot of gold foil veining in it, and it really is beautiful. Quick, simple, easy, and we'll get right to it. So the card base, I used basic white, thick, 5.5 across, 8.5 inches in length, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So that is our card base. I did burnish, but I'm going to give it another quick little burnish, get it nice and crisp. Okay, then we have the center layer. This piece is, let me give you, I didn't write any of the measurements down. Okay, this is 2.5 inches in length, and it's 5.5 inches across. This actual piece is 6 inches. So when you receive your card kit, you're going to get a piece that is 6 inches long. I did that by design. You'll see why in a minute. But 2 inches, 2.5 inches in length. I just want to make sure. Yes. Okay, and what we have, you also have in the card kit 2 cardstock strips, Melon Mambo. The sample that I did, I used Petal Pink. And then when I was cutting the card kits, I just liked the way the Melon Mambo, it popped. So I switched it. So you all do have Melon Mambo in your kit. And what we're going to do, these strips are 1/2 inch wide and 6 inches across. And I'll show you why they're a little bit longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach each of these strips to the back of the Designer Series paper, okay, leaving about 1/4 inch on the front. Now, I use liquid glue. It's easy for me to maneuver when I do that. If you're not using liquid glue, you can put your seal on and then turn your paper and work your paper from this, the cardstock strip from this end of the Designer Series paper, okay? So let's get going here. I'll put the glue on, just a thin line of liquid glue across the top of the strip. You see how easy this is. And you can use this for anything. And what I'm going to do is place this down. I'm looking over here on the side, and I have maybe about 1/8 inch up, maybe a little more, and just making sure that it's straight. So you see that for the border. Rather than using a whole piece of cardstock, just cut the 2 strips, and you'll save a little bit on the cardstock. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go, just a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm putting the strip sort of here to see how much I have that's going to go over. And just put it down. And then turn it around and make sure it's even. I got a little glue there. There we go. And it looks pretty good. It looks like it's even. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit. Okay. There we go. This side could come out a little bit. That looks better. So there's your strip. There's the pattern paper layer. Now we're going to attach that directly to the center of the card front. So you'll see you have an overhang here on both sides. I did that on purpose. You're going to trim it from the back. This is an easy way to get a nice even layer on the card. So I'm going to put some glue. And I'm not going all the way to the edge on the sides of this because those sides are going to come off, right? We're going to take them, we're going to trim. So just putting it where I need it and about, I'm going to say that's about, it's in the center, maybe about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the card base and 3/4 of an inch down from the top. Make sure that it's straight. And it looks like it is. And then glue it down. That gold is beautiful in here. Okay, and then what we're going to do, see we have the back. So I'm going to take my scissor, the paper snips, and just trim right along the edge of the card base from the back. See how nice? So the layer that you just put on is straight, nice and straight and even with the card base. So I did cut them a little bit longer, but that was by design. You'll see that when you receive your card kit. So that's it. The front of that is done. And now we have the sentiment layer, which I used. The sentiment is from, thank you, and it is from the Something Fancy bundle, a stamp set. And the die I used from the Deckled Circles dies. Now this circle is approximately an inch and a half in diameter. So you can use any circle. You can use a larger circle, a smaller circle. I'm sorry, I wouldn't go with the smaller circle. You can use a larger circle on this. It would look just fine. You can put some ribbon behind it. And I think it'll look beautiful. Okay, let's see. I had the little gold die cut. And I don't... Okay, what I'm going to do is use one of these. So this is what is in your kit, this leaf die cut. I thought I had it here in the kit. Well, it's going to turn up. Hang on one sec. Let me look through this. It is definitely in your kit. I probably put extra in your kits. That's what happened. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. This is a little larger than what I wanted, but what I'm going to do here is trim this off. The one that you have is smaller. So I'm just taking 2 little leaves off of this. And so it'll look more like what you have in your kit. And then I'm just going to attach it. And then we're going to attach the sentiment layer to the card front. Right about there is good. Okay, and then I have in your kit, for this one, you have the gold dot. I gave them all out in my kit, so I am using one of the sequins that are just as pretty. I like the gold with it, and I think you will too, and you do have the gold in your kit. So this is, what is this? What is this one? This is called the Adhesive Back Shiny Sequins, and they're pretty. They have a lot of nice spring colors. Now, they were in the online exclusives, so I think I'm going to put this right here. Okay, the gold I have up top on your card looks just like the sample. You have this leaf spray and the gold. So I have this gold leaf spray, excuse me, and the sequin. So there you have it. That's it. The most important thing to remember is putting on the strips on the back, and that this layer is, by design, longer than the actual card front. Okay, now we're going to get to the fun fold. And this is a quick and easy and fun fold card. So here we go. This is the card base on this one. It's a step fun fold. You can see the little step there. And then it just looks like that when it's standing up on the mantle or on a table. Excuse me. Okay, this card base is also 5.5 across, and it's 8.5 inches in length. Now, you score this. Your base is coming scored. So what you're going to do, score this at 1 inches. Okay. 2 inches. And then we're moving it over to 5 inches. Just want to make sure it's on my mark there. So 1 inch, 2 inches, and 5 inches. And that's it. 5.5 inches across, 8.5 inches in length. On the 8.5 inch side, score at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 5 inches. Okay? So we won't need that. Okay, now for your folds. You're going to hold your card base so that the 1 inch score line is on your right. And what you're going to do is make a mountain fold. Mountain fold is just that, exactly what it is. It's a mountain, okay? It folds back. So the first fold is a mountain fold. The second fold is a valley, right? Mountain, valley. And then the third fold is a mountain. And that is your card base. I'm going to burnish the score lines on this so that we have a nice, even step. This creates your step. Okay, so we have mountain fold back, valley fold forward, and mountain fold back. Okay. Okay. And that is the card base. Okay, it's your little step. That's what creates the little step on this. This is so easy to put together, so you can see what this looks like. Okay, your step, mountain fold is the first fold here, valley, mountain. Okay, all right. Now we're going to put the designer series paper on this. So you have a couple of sheets in the kit. The larger sheet of the designer series paper is going to go on the large side of the card base, the front of the card base. And I think this piece measures 2 7/8. Let's see. It does. 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. And this goes right here in the center, between the third, the second and the third score line. I think I said third and fourth, but second, first score line, second score line, pattern paper, and then third score line. So that's where that goes. Okay, then you have a strip of coordinating pattern paper in the kit. That's going to go right on the first section. Okay, so this measures 7/8 of an inch wide by 5 3/8 in length. And that goes on. This bottom. It's the bottom of the card base. Fit that right in there. Okay. I'm just gonna... There we go. And here is your step. You can't see it, but that's what it looks like, okay? Like that. Okay, now you have another piece. This piece is 6 inches in length by 3 inches across. It's scored at 4¼ inches. Just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right measurements. Yep. So 6 in length, 3 inches across, scored at 4¼ inches. What you're going to do is fold back on the score line and give it a burnish. I think I put this in your kit with the score line on it. And then you're going to take your designer series paper, which is the last piece of designer series paper that you have. And this piece measures 2 7/8 by 4 inches. It's 4, let me see. 4 1/8. 2 7/8 across, 4 1/8 in length. Okay. And we're going to get that on the front. This is such a quick, easy, and fun fold. It really is. That gold foiling on this pattern paper is beautiful. And this is the Marbled Elegance. The bundle that it goes with is hearts. So it is a Valentine-themed bundle, but honestly, you can use it for anything. Okay, so this is the front piece. It's almost like, I guess I would call it an easel piece. So this is going to get attached. Now, you can do this 2 different ways. I put it on the left, more toward the left side of the card front. You can put it in the center, or you could put it more toward the right side. I like it on the left or in the center. It's up to you, however you want to attach it. But this is how we're going to do it. So this piece of the card base, the piece with the 1-inch strip of designer series paper, what we're going to do is take the front easel portion and just put a little glue on the bottom of it. Okay, maybe about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, because this piece is only 1 inch. And then we're going to measure it. I have it so that it is probably about 3/4 inch to 1 inch in from the left side of the card front. And it's right up against the bottom of the card front. Okay, so that's how that attaches right there. And then what we're going to do is fold this up, fold this down, and on the back, turn it around, and on the back you see you have this little flap, right? So we're going to put some glue right along the back, the width of this easel front, and just attach it. Try not to make a mess with your glue like I did. And hold it for a minute. Okay. And there you have it. That's it. So that's the card front. Inside is your writing layer. Where is the sample here? So what I did was I stamped the writing layer. On the front, I put Grateful for You. And then I put You Matter to So Many on the... Here's the sentiment layer. You have it in your kit. I think you have 2 or 3 of them in your kit. Maybe 2 and a blank. So this is going to go right in the center of this. But I'm going to stamp mine first. And of course, you use whatever stamped image you feel comfortable with. I'm using Grateful for You from the Layers of Beauty stamp set, and Melon Mambo ink, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment at the bottom of the layer. And we're going to get that, we have the little Now I have another, I made a bunch of these. So this goes on the top of this, the little gold leaf spray. And I think you have 1 or 2 in your card kit. And just put a little bit of glue, just tiny bit, on. Okay. And then for the embellishment, you have them in your card kit. I think I gave you a couple of them, but you have a couple of sequins. This is Bubble Bath sequin that I'm using on this one. This will put it right about there, but you can put it any place you feel comfortable putting it. And that's it for that. Just see how quick and simple and easy this is, and really you could use this with anything. And then, there we go. Okay, and this goes right here in the center of the front easel layer, or the focal point layer. And then you can stamp, and that's it. And then you can stamp whatever sentiment you want on the inside. And here is the card. I will email you the PDF tutorial and the link to this video. And I hope you enjoy this. I thank you for your order. And I wish you all a very happy, healthy, prosperous new year. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.